Hi, you guys. It is day 16. Today's practice is Yin Yoga. Let's get started laying down on your belly, arms down by your sides, ear to the mat. In your Yin Yoga practice, you'll hold each posture for an extended period of time. So in each posture, just go to the first place of resistance and work from there. There's no need to go for depth right away. Letting time and gravity do most of the work for you. Take a few more moments here. Feel your body settle in and down. And start to bring your hands up underneath your shoulders, chin to the mat. And on an inhale, lift your chest. Slide your hands forward so that your elbows are under your shoulders. Sphinx pose. Make sure your legs are relaxed. So let your heels fall back off to the sides. Feel your kneecaps press onto the mat. Your hips are heavy. Noticing the healthy compression through your low back. After a little bit of time, you might even notice some heat building there. Draw your shoulders back away from your ears. Your gaze is forward. Holding the weight evenly from your elbows to your fingertips. Taking full inhales through your nose. Complete exhales through your nose. Allow your face to soften. Feel the muscles in your cheeks relax down and away. Let your tongue come away from the roof of your mouth. And as you're ready, on an exhale, slowly lower. Ear to the mat, arms down by your sides. Take a few moments to reset. And start to bring your right arm out to your side, capital T, and then bend through your elbows. You're creating a cactus arm or a 90-degree angle. And slow and steady, press up onto your right side body. Your legs can stay out long, or like you can see here, you can place your left foot behind your right knee, gently using your left hand as a lever for a little bit of support. Your head is heavy down on your mat. There's plenty of time here. With each inhale, breathe into the space around your right shoulder. With each exhale, hold steady. Creating stillness within your body, staying focused on the breath for the rest of the time throughout the posture. Okay, my friends, finish off this last breath or two here. And slowly begin to roll down onto your belly and chest. Let your arms go down by your sides. Head is heavy. As you're ready, bring your left arm out to your side, capital T now. Bend through your elbow, cactus arm. And then slowly press up onto your left side body now. Your legs might be long, or maybe on this side, your right foot plants behind your left knee. Always remembering as you move from right to left, it is not only normal, it's totally okay if your right and left sides need something different or feel different. Just always working to build the balance between the two. With each inhale, fill the space around your left shoulder. With each exhale, let yourself settle in. And remember, there is plenty of time here as you let yourself settle in. Let your breath come with ease. Your head is heavy. Your eyes can be open or closed. Just a few more rounds of breath on this left side. And as you're ready, slowly roll back down onto your belly and your chest, arms down by your sides. Your legs and your hips are heavy and relaxed. As you're ready, slowly, no rush, you can press up through a tabletop. Let yourself sit back on your heels, forehead to the mat, arms down by your sides. Creating just a little length through your spine after the gentle compression with the twist on either side. Letting your shoulders roll in and down, bringing them in the opposite direction after that big shoulder opening. Let them reset. Let there be a soft curl in your fingertips. As you're ready, one vertebrae at a time, roll up, chin is last to lift. Keep your knees together and separate your feet, rolling your calf muscles out of the way. Now if your hips or your knees are tight, just reach behind and lift your hips up. Hold steady there. If your knees and your hips feel okay, simply sit down in between your feet, making sure your heels are in close to your glutes. You can walk it back onto your hands. Take a breath there. Now if your knees still feel okay and they are together, maybe you start to lower down onto your forearms. Take a moment or two there. Now, if your knees are still together and they feel okay, you might lower all of the way down onto your shoulder blades. Wherever you are along the way down, settle into your Supta Vajrasana, fixed firm. Create the stillness within your body. If you're all the way down, you might reach overhead for opposite elbows, and then try to walk your shoulder blades further back. Wherever you are, using this internal rotation to stretch through your iliopsoas It's a tricky muscle that runs from your low back down through your hips. Now, if you are holding yourself up on your hands, always know that in a Yin Yoga practice, you might place a block or like a sturdy pillow under your hips for support so that you're not having to create as much activation to settle into the posture. Breathing into the space on the front side of your hips. With each inhale, fill the space up. With each exhale, settle in. You have a little bit more time here. Finish off these last few rounds of breath. And then if you're down on your shoulder blades, slowly start to work it back up onto your forearms, but take a breath there first. If you're on your forearms, start to walk back up onto your hands. Take a breath there. And as you're ready, plant your hands out in front. Roll over your shins. Your legs can go long in front for a moment. You might even bend the knees. And as you're ready, separate your feet for a wide straddle. You're finding a comfortable place for your hips with your toes flexed up and back. And on an inhale, circle sweep. Exhale, simply fold forward. Breathing into the space along the inside of your hips and your legs. Trying to be mindful of your toes. Try to not let them just collapse inward. Trying to keep them up and out as much as you can. So you're creating a slight external rotation through the hip joint. Your head can hang heavy, your eyes could even close. You have plenty of time here. Breathing into the space along the inside of your hips and your legs. After a little bit of time, you might be able to come down onto your forearms. Over time, eventually, down onto your hands. Your head might even be able to rest on the mat. Knowing that's a one day someday. Wherever you are today is exactly where you need to be as you settle into the posture. Finish these last few rounds of breath in your wide-legged forward fold. And no rush. Begin to walk your torso back up. You can slide your legs back together. Find your sits bones down in the center of your mat and slowly roll down onto your back. Knees pointed up towards the ceiling, soles of your feet to the mat. And slowly begin to heel toe your feet towards the outside edges of your mat. Creating an internal rotation now. Your arms can be wherever you'd like them to be. Down by your sides, up overhead, or maybe even one hand to your belly and one to your chest. A slight tuck of the chin, staying long through your spine. Your eyes can be open or closed as you settle in. Finish off this last breath here, in through your nose, out through your nose, and walk your feet back together and let your legs go long. Arms are down by your sides. Let your toes fall off to the sides. Feel your calves melt down onto the mat. Let your kneecaps be light, almost as if they're floating. Your hamstrings and your glutes melt down onto your mat. Your quads and your hip flexors relax away. Your hips are heavy. Your belly is soft. Your chest is light. Noticing the soft curl through your fingertips. You might even take a swallow through the throat, letting your tongue fall away from the roof of your mouth, taking as much time as you need in your Shavasana. We'll see you next time, my friends. Namaste.